No matter where I park in this parking lot, I cannot get away from the sun. I'm even in a different spot on purpose. Here we are though. Damn. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Megan with Loserly VSG. It is week 49. I had surgery. It was self-pay on December 27th, 2018. I was 31 years old. I am now 32 and I'm 5'7". So I think the last time I talked to you guys, I weighed 170. I just got done with that challenge at work. I did not win. I didn't even get in the top 3 spots and I lost 11 pounds. So I don't know. Anyways, so then I weighed in on Thanksgiving morning, not even after Thanksgiving. Wait, let me back up. So the next day after the challenge, we started our 1 million steps in 100 days. And so I had been running on the treadmill, eating all the same, running on the treadmill, drinking more water. I was 174 on Thanksgiving morning. I was like, how? Again, though, I know I say this like pretty much every video, but I was in the middle of my period. Like I've told you guys, like it can go on for weeks. And so 174. The next day after Thanksgiving, after I had indulged in some foods, 173. So I was like, this is ridiculous. And so this morning, so I quit running so much on the treadmill and I gave up on the 64 ounces of water because you can't add anything that has calories to it. And the water that I enjoy, the add-ins are 10 calories. So I was like, forget this. I'm not going to be miserable trying to drink this water. So the 64 ounces with, like 0 calorie added is not happening. I still drink the same amount of water with my calories, my packets. I just don't add it to our challenge thing. So I'm like, maybe running on this treadmill is giving me these massive leg muscles and making me gain. And I'm just at a point where I don't want to gain, even if it is muscle, even though sometimes I need it. I think I need more muscle. So I went back to just walking my 10,000 steps. I'll just in my office, just be stepping it up in the waiting room. If nobody's in there, I'm just stepping it up. If you follow me on Instagram, I've done videos of me at night. We're just stepping it up. So this morning I weighed in at 171. So whatever happened to me there to get me to 174, back down to 171, I'm still up 1 pound from last week, but really in what's been going on, I'm happy with it. So while I'm speaking of these steps, I found out that wearing the Fitbit on your wrist does not actually count your steps very accurately. And if you don't move your arms, it does not count your steps. Which maybe people know this. I did not. I was at my house chopping up vegetables, stomping to the beat, and my husband's like, that's not going to count on your Fitbit. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, if you don't move your arms, it doesn't count. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. So I did some research and he was right. I was wrong. So the next day I put the Fitbit on I had tennis shoes on, so I put it in my laces. I got so much more steps. But then I was like, I hardly wear tennis shoes and I need these steps all day long. So then I discovered the Fitbit fits around my ankle. It's a large wristband, and so it's too big kind of for my arm. It goes on the last notch on my arm, but on my, to make it the smallest. On my ankle, it has to be on the last notch to make it the biggest, but it fits. And it counts my steps so much more accurately. Although when I'm at work wearing ankle pants and booties, it looks like I'm on house arrest. So I've had to explain to a few people it's my Fitbit, not my house arrest bracelet. Game changer though, guys. Because also I carry my toddler around. I carry a lot of things in my hands. And so if my arm wasn't moving, it wasn't counting those steps. So if steps are important to you, or if you're in a challenge, as I was, put it on your ankle. And if it doesn't fit just with the band, there's got to be some way you can secure it on there. So just get creative. Also, with this Fitbit, like the walking challenge, something that has came out of it that I love, that I didn't know would come out of it, is when I get home, my family knows I got to get steps in, and they want to be a part of it. They're like, let's turn the music on and let's get our steps in, all of us. And so rather it's just us walking around the kitchen, or we play tag. I mean, it's my husband and my 2 girls. So playing tag, dancing, conga lines, chase. I mean, just any games we can think of where we are just moving nonstop. So not only am I getting my steps in, you know, I'm getting my exercise in, they're getting their exercise in, we're spending family time together, we're having fun, we're laughing. I couldn't ask for more. And so this was such a good idea. In other news, I got my quote back from Dr. Galvez in Tijuana. I've wanted to go to him. I've told you guys about this, you know, from like before I even had VSG surgery and I figured I would have loose skin. I watched so much that he did and loved all of his work that I was like, that's who I want. So I sent a quote back in September, and at the end of November, I got my quote back. He recommended an extended arm lift, a brassiere torsoplasty, so like the extra skin around my bra line, an extended tummy tuck with FDL, which I think is just like lipo in my flanks area, and a breast lift with implants. That's pretty much what I had said that I needed when I sent in my quote in my pictures, and he agreed. He just got a little more technical. It was under $20,000. And when I've talked to people here who have just wanted one of those procedures done, it's been $20,000 or more. And this quote includes meals, garments that you need, the stay in the hotel, you know, it includes everything but travel. And so they gave me 30 days to put down a deposit and pick a date. And so now I am trying to figure out a date where my dad would be the one that goes with me, because someone has to stay back and watch the children, which would be my husband. And my mom is a teacher, and so she has to teach different children. So finding a time where someone can help me during the day when I get back, not my dad. So my friend Sarah said she could do that. And just finding a time. We're going to Disney World in 2021, and I need to be healed and ready to go with that. And I just got to find a slower time at my work. And so lately, I mean, I think I've got it figured out what the dates would be that I could do it and would want to do it. But so you can't lift for at least 12 weeks that I know of. And so that means 3 months of not lifting my 3-year-old, who wants me to hold her a lot. And so that puts a lot of mom guilt on me. So I'm trying to figure out now, you know, should I just put this on the back burner for a couple of years? You know, when she's 5 and 6, she's probably not going to want me to hold her as much as she does now. Also, putting it on the back burner gives me more time to save more money, which is good. I mean, I would make it now, you know, if I made a date now, I'd have the money in time, but this would just be a little more stress-free. I could have the money plus some, and yeah, longer time to save money is always good. But then I'm like, for selfish reasons, I want to get this skin off of me. I want to feel more comfortable. I want to feel more attractive in my own skin. I'm scared that Dr. Galvez, you know, if I wait a couple years, maybe he won't be practicing anymore, or maybe, you know, I won't have access to him. Maybe his prices will skyrocket. You know, I'm worried about that too. So I have until December 22nd to really make a date. And, you know, even if I missed that one and I had to send my quote in again, I could wait another couple months. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out the best thing for me and my family, and I'm going to have a good long talk with Josh tonight and really get it figured out, because next I need to figure out, if I'm going to go ahead with it, how to get my money into their account. Because I'm just not familiar with like bank transfers and wire transfers, and I know people in the past had used PayPal, but then they had issues with PayPal, and so that would have been an easy solution, but I don't know if they're doing it. So I have a couple days, a couple weeks to figure this out, but still exciting stuff. I got the quote back. I'm happy with what he's recommended. I'm happy with the price. I just need to figure out if I'm going to do it now or later. Real quick, if you saw on my Instagram story that I was going to have this mole taken off of me, again, I set up the appointment, I showed up to the appointment, and when I got there and I was actually in the room, well, I say when I got there, it's my work, and so I just had to go to the back room. I get in the room, the doctor breaks in, and he's like, wait, don't you just want to wait till January so your insurance, so all that insurance stuff, all the deductible, all of that, you could put it towards that? And he's like, if it was me, I would do that. And so I'm like, okay, fine. So I put myself on the schedule for his very first appointment in January. I'm going to get this mole cut off my head. Basically, there's always been a mole there, but lately I've found like a little dark spot in it, and I don't feel comfortable keeping it there. And when I showed it to him, he was like, oh yeah, let's get that off there. So when he said, let's wait till the first of the year, I was like, do you think I'm going to live that long? And he just rolled his eyes at